this is the morning supplement stack. This is also the start to a new video. So today's video is going to be about all the supplements that I take in a day. And before, when I've made supplement videos in the past, I would just kind of sit there with all my supplements, explain what I take, but I never explain what I take, why I take it at certain points in the day. And I think that that's really important for some of the supplements that I take, because I take them at a certain time. I don't just take them at random times. They're all taken at a certain point in time for a reason. So I really wanted to elicit that in today's video. So it is the morning time, bright and early, and we are having some of our vitamins. So for our vitamins today, as you guys saw, we're having joint support, krill oil, vitamin D3 and K2, along with some creatine. The reason I have these in the morning is because I have breakfast, and you don't want to take this stuff on an empty stomach because it can really hurt your stomach. So I have that, and also I feel like it's a good time to take them. I don't like to take them before bed because you have to eat before bed, and I don't like to eat before bed because then it makes my brain too active when I'm sleeping. Then I don't get that good of sleep, and so I think it's really important to take these in the morning compared to at night. I guess you could take these midday, but you know, we're all working, we got other things. I just feel like this is the most convenient time to take this stuff, so that's why I'm doing it in the morning. As for the creatine, a lot of people take creatine after the workout. I don't think it affects you that much. I would say the effects are like minimalistic. Like it wouldn't really actually matter if you took it before or after. So we're having this in the morning. So creatine 5 grams every day, joint support, krill oil, and vitamin D3 and K2. Now the thing with vitamin D3 and K2 is that I don't have vitamin D3 and K2 every single day, and I don't because I don't need this every single day, because the 5,000 IU is a pretty high dose, and so I don't need it every day. And if you're someone that lives in a sunny state and you get outside a lot, you may not need this, but maybe if you live in a sunny state, you get some sunshine, maybe this would be good to take like 2 one time a week, you know, as long as you're still getting outside. You know, I think it's like the majority of Americans actually don't get enough vitamin D3. So this is an important supplement to take, especially for me up in the Pacific Northwest where we don't get a lot of sun. So this is the morning stack. This is what I have with my breakfast before I work out. Doesn't really necessarily do anything before my workout. Also, if you guys are wondering what the effects of creatine are, maybe you're new here to have no idea what it is. Basically, it helps to increase the amount of ATP that your body produces, which is energy. And the more energy output that you have in your workouts, the more that you're going to see results from that, because you're going to be able to push harder. So creatine, all that stuff, morning stack. We are also about to work out. We're going to do our stability workout along with some stretching. Now, I am somewhat hurt again. This is a whole weird year. Not going to really necessarily get into that, but we're going to be doing that here in just a second from my house, because I don't really have to go to the gym for that. I'm not going to make the trek out there if I don't have to. So we're going to down this stuff, and then we're going to get out there. So one thing that I want to point out before we get started is that I understand stability workouts are super boring because there's no intensity really, and there's no like,
oh dude, I can do like 20 side steps before like I give out.
It's not as impressive as being like, yeah, I can bench 315 for 5 reps, right? Like it's not that cool, I'm gonna be honest, but the benefits are insane. And one of the things that I think a lot of people don't understand about stability workouts is that, number one, they're gonna prevent injury a lot of the time, and number two, they'll actually make you stronger, and they will actually help you improve a certain muscle group that you're trying to focus on. And that's because when you're working out a specific muscle group, it's not just that muscle group that is doing the workout, right? Like everything works in unison. So for example, when I'm doing bench press, my abdominals are also being activated. They're helping to stabilize myself underneath that weight that I'm lifting. And what happens is if you don't have the proper stability when you're doing a certain weight for, you know, bench press or whatever it might be, your abs might give out before your chest actually does, and that makes it so that your chest doesn't get the most optimal workout that it could possibly get to fatigue that muscle to help it grow. And it also might prevent you from lifting a certain amount of weight. So let's just say that, you know, I'm benching 315 pounds or trying to, right? If my abdominals can't support that weight, then I might not be able to lift it, although my chest is strong enough to do the weight. Does that make sense? So they basically support the muscle groups that you're trying to train, and I think that that is very overlooked. And you know, I understand that it's not boring, but it'll help those exciting workouts more. So I suggest doing it, but we're gonna get started with some leg lifts. This is super good for running and whatnot, supporting the stability when I run, because a lot of the time your hips and lower back go into the stability of your runs. You know, make your runs a lot more efficient, which will make you faster, which will make you run for longer. All right, so for post-workout, right, my supplementation for post-workout is very, very complex, all right? Just kidding, it's actually pretty simple, and I can't even get my seatbelt on. It's probably because I have one camera, or one hand with one camera. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. For post-workout, the supplementation is fairly simple. It's literally protein powder. And I've mentioned this a lot of times in other videos, and it's that protein powder itself is not necessarily a needed supplement. Supplements aren't actually needed as a whole in general. They're to supplement what you already don't get from your diet, right? And that's exactly why I'm taking them. They make the process of getting what I need easier. In other words, they supplement what I don't get from the diet that I'm currently on. And so for protein powder, I don't eat enough whole food proteins during the day. So what do? Well, I have 2 scoops of protein powder to supplement the protein that I don't get from my diet, or that I need from my diet. So I have a smoothie after my workout. If you guys want to know what's in it, you can go watch the full day of eating. That breaks it down a little more detail, or I can just give you the ingredients right now. And that's 1 cup of frozen fruit. You put about 3/4 cup of water in there, a splash of creamer, because the creamer helps to whip it up and give it like a nice texture, and 1 scoop of protein powder, and you're good to go. So it's my little protocol for after my workout. I'll have another protein shake later on that you guys will see after I run, just later in the evening, because I don't run every single day. So yeah, but again, protein is a supplement what you don't already get from your diet. Pre-run, we're getting ready to freaking go. We got the Hydrate by Transparent Labs for our run. We're not downing the whole thing. We're probably gonna drink about half of it, because if I drank this whole thing, it'll just like slush around in my stomach, and that's never comfortable while running. If anything, I think it just makes my running worse. We're drinking some of that right now. That'll be about 250 milligrams of sodium. And I don't sweat that much after my workout. In other words, like during the day at my job, like I sit down a lot for my job. I would say like the majority of the day I'm sitting down. And so it's not like my body is just losing a ton of sodium throughout the day and I have to replenish a ton. But, you know, I probably lost a little bit somewhere in there. And then with the workout this morning, I know I definitely lost some. And so then what you have to do then is replenish on some, especially before you go for your run, because when you go for your run, you're going to start losing a lot of sodium. And so as long as you have, you know, your bowels filled.
What?
Not your, you get what I mean. Like,
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
your levels of sodium are, you know, more filled up than they would have been, then it helps out a lot so that when you go for your run, you're not cramping up or anything. And so we'll have that, and then we'll drink the rest to replenish some of what we lost, and then we'll get some more sodium back of what we lost, because we'll probably lose more than 250 milligrams on this run. And so then what we'll do is we'll replenish more of it by just having some salt on the eggs, because obviously you get some sodium from eggs and stuff, but there's more than just sodium in here. There's also like magnesium and potassium and all that good stuff. So that's what we got for that. Had the peach mango flavor, my favorite flavor for sure. Well, I mean Arctic Freezes, but I think Arctic Freeze actually got discontinued. I think it was just like a limited time drop. So, but apparently there's more hydrate flavors. I haven't had any of them yet, but I will next month. So who knows? Maybe they're better. Maybe they're gonna be my number one and number two, because I don't believe in ties. Like, there's got to be one that's better than the other. But yeah, we're gonna go get ready for this run and then head on out. We are on our 1 minute break right now, and we were running at about like a 7 minute and 45 second average, which is moving. I haven't ran a sub 8 minute mile and it seems like forever, and my shoe's untied. I better do that really quick. So funny, I actually walked past the camera that I had set up, looked at the rest of my hydrate, pounded it. So just pounded that, and man, it is dark in here. We gotta get some life in here. Boom. Yeah, so pounded that, and man, that was a good run. We did 5 miles, so you can see. And we had an 8:44 pace, which means we finished at around like 42 minutes and 43 minutes and like some seconds. Burned a few calories, as you can see, almost 600. My VO2 max was better. I'd burn, I think when I was like super in shape for my marathon prep, I think I burned like 420 calories, just not a lot, because I was just more in shape. What can I say? So yeah, overall a good run. I like actually really enjoyed that freaking run. It was nice. But really quick, I'm gonna get my supplements together, just kind of show you guys an overview of what I take again throughout the day in case you forgot. Okay, so to briefly go over everything that I have for supplements during the day, this is the morning stack, the creatine, vitamin D3, K2, krill oil, joint support, and the amount of times I take them throughout the week will also be on the screen. I just want to make an emphasis, I do not take vitamin D3 every day. I take it every other day because it's 5,000 IU, which is actually a pretty good level of vitamin D. If you're someone who lives in Arizona or California and you see a lot of sun, you might not even have to take this that often, maybe like once or twice a week, but if you're really outside, you might not even have to take it at all. And then throughout the day, hydrate. I do 1 scoop a day. Sometimes I'll do 2. Like when I was doing my marathon prep and I was going through salt, I would do 2 of these easily a day. And then whey protein, 2 scoops during the day is what I have to supplement the protein I don't get. That's it. That's full day of supplementation. I hope that broke it down for y'all and made things easy to digest. Get it? Supplements, digest. Okay, that was a horrible ass joke. Boo! I should just give up my YouTube career. But that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys liked today's video. If you guys did, be sure to give it a like. If any of you guys are new here, don't forget to press the subscribe button. And as always, die trying to do what you love. I'll see you all in the next one.